With no extravagant intro needed, we are live on the podcast broadcast. Welcome to the show, everybody. Good morning, Rico.
Welcome.
And then good morning to our guest this here for the next 25 minutes before he goes to the shit show. We have Tyler from Landing, The Landing. Good morning, Tyler.
Morning. How are you?
Good, dude. So we're going to go down the rabbit hole here to check out The Landing because The Landing is going to be our half price Friday deal, which is awesome. I just dig immediately right off the bat, just the description. The setup is just casual vibe. Come in, do you, and enjoy high quality, legit food. And you don't have to dress up for it. It's very kind of SoCal, Arizona type deal. I think even Fleming's gets people showing up in flip-flops in this state, though.
That's Tucson for sure.
Absolutely. But yeah, this very Tucson-centric, Tucson locally owned. There's 2 locations, but you're the GM of The Landing on Oracle, which has been open about 18 months.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, so what's The Landing all about?
Landing, like you just said, casual vibes. One of our mottos is stay casual. So board shorts or a business suit, come on in and
drink and eat and all that. So, and are you open late night as well? So is The Landing like a bar and grill that is a bar that shuts down at 2 a.m. so people could go there
Not
as well?
2, but we're in Oro Valley, so 10 o'clock's pretty late.
Oh, yeah. In the Oro Valley for sure. Yeah. But let's check out the Oro Valley setup. So what's great there? Do you have a patio?
We do have a patio. Awesome
and give you the mountains there?
Correct.
Yeah, so it's beautiful. Right off of Oracle, yeah, because you're right there on the strip. Is that in close to the Target, something like that?
No, it's a little close. It's a little north of McGee. So
okay,
there's a Mr. Car Wash right there.
Yes,
that thing is hopping.
It's always hopping.
Yeah.
I know. We have to actually get them on board because people, when they're washing their car, obviously listen to radio. So some of them
taking over the town, man.
Exactly.
Dr. Car Wash.
Yeah, so check out the menu here as we're looking at. So we got some Tucson staples, some Sonoran Desert staples. We got some crispy birria tacos, which you got good tacos there?
We do have great tacos.
What's your favorite thing to order on this menu?
A Cubano. It's under the sandwiches.
Ooh. There we go. Now, first off, I love me a Cubano, right? I did this. I attended a soft opening at Mojo's Cuban Kitchen, which is on Grant, right down the street from my house. And I'm like, if you're a Cuban kitchen, I'm going to try this entree, but I also need to try a sandwich. I need to try your Cuban to see if it's legit because that's really how I'm going to judge you. So you have a great Cubano sandwich?
We do. I'd stack it up against anyone.
Okay, nice. And let me look at this bad boy right here. Now, right off the bat, this looks kind of like a burger bun, right? Is it a burger bun?
A little bit, yeah. It's a Tulare roll, so a little bit softer than a ciabatta, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so a little long. And now I'm looking at this pork here. That it's chunk pork. Describe this. Paint the picture for me.
Dr. Pepper braised pork.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Braised for
sorry. I'm already blurring out the expletives. But
3 hours. Yep. And then flat top Swiss pickles, our own little mustard based sauce we made called Beach Dale. Yeah,
it's legit. That looks legit. That is awesome. Yeah. And that's a different way to do a Cubano. So there you go. You're impressing me right off the bat because, yes, you're going to take these items that are, tried and true everywhere, but you're going to give your own spin and customize it.
Exactly.
And, yeah, that's what I like. And you sear that bun on top. And those are sweet potato fries or just regular seasoned fries?
Seasoned fries.
Yeah. See, I've been a fat kid my whole life, so I appreciate these things.
Oh, yeah.
That cheese looks good, too. So, yeah, that's your favorite sandwich, and I understand why. Excellent. Let's see. What else you got here on the menu that you would consider a signature? What's
our Chubasco burgers?
Chubasco burger?
A real hit, yep. Fried jalapenos, bacon, cheddar.
I'm going to look at these Chubasco shrimp tacos. So, blackened shrimp, Chubasco aioli, pico, and avocado.
Yep.
Boom. And then the burger is a shrimp burger?
No. Burgers just with our Chubasco aioli as well. So
okay.
Fried jalapenos on there, bacon, cheddar.
Nice. Oh, you're going to have to put a 5-star review on that. We also, there's the Chubasco burger. Yeah, man. Woo-hoo. That's big and sloppy. You got that fried jalapenos, avocados on there as well. Looks
no
like
avocados.
Lettuce.
Lettuce, yeah.
Yeah, you don't even need the avocado. In fact,
happy to do it for you if you want.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. All right. And then you got the full bar as well. What kind of specials do you have happening? And I see there's an event tab as well. So you do live music?
We do live music on the weekends. We do beer dinners first Wednesday of every month. We'll have a local brewery in and we do a 4-course meal there. Taco Tuesdays, $1.50 off all the tacos. Fish Fridays, we do fish and chips.
Nice.
There's something going on pretty much every day.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's great. And I'm looking at the events, which is basically just looking at this ahi tuna. But I love that because in that area too, I love Oro Valley and up north, but yeah, we're working on getting more places where you can be entertained. A lot of people live out there, and unfortunately, the way that this town is laid out, the places that are having events all the time, midtown or downtown, is like you might as well be in Phoenix. It's that far away, especially if you're deciding to like have a couple drinks and take an Uber home. So you need places in that region for the people that live in that region to be able to go out and enjoy themselves. And you're adding your name to the list there. And I imagine the community's been welcoming you with open arms.
Big time. Yeah. We've nothing but warm welcomes when we got there. We have great relationships with the high schools up there, CDO and their football team, and doing their dinners and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been awesome. And the live music's been huge for us.
I love that. All right. Well, we're going to, we got about 2 minutes before we're going on the air. We're playing Wage War, Circle the Drain on the air. And I'm definitely going to be talking about this brew house dinner, like your beer dinner pairing, right? And you have one that you book annually, right? Every month? Or
Every
not
month.
Annually. So monthly. And this next one's on March 1st. So it's right around the corner. So we'll talk about more about that, how people can get involved in that. And it sounds like a pretty fun concept as well. You're grubbing and you're pairing it with beer to try to bring out the best flavor in both.
Exactly. Yep. So we get a local brewery that we get 4 of their beers up and tap takeover kind of deal.
Yeah.
Our chef does an awesome job of pairing up each course with each beer, and people love it. Yeah.
Who's your chef?
Our chef is Jay Spearing.
All right.
Shout
out to Jay. Yeah, for sure.
Shout out.
And he's been your house chef as soon as you opened up this location?
I started a little bit after we opened with another chef, but everything's all good. Yeah.
I love it. And it's another sign of quality when you're talking about these restaurants and that serve alcohol as well, but it's not a cook. You hire a chef.
Oh, no.
And the chef is on top of it to make the menu. Is the other landing location same concept, same everything else, just a slight differences or
exact same menu?
Okay.
The vibe inside is definitely different. We opened that one 11 years ago, and yeah, I mean, that place is hopping. It's a neighborhood bar, cheers sort of thing.
Okay.
And,
yeah,
but yeah, same menu, but definitely a different atmosphere.
Right. Oh, I love it. Oh gosh, is that another one closer? I live in Midtown.
That one's Swan and Sunrise.
Swan and Sunrise.
Foothills,
okay. Yeah, in Foothills and Oracle. You guys slowly taking over. I like it. But we are focusing on the Oracle location for sure. But I'm excited about this. I like the expansion of local business. I got 12 seconds before we go on the air. We'll talk about that. And then I'm also going to tease that we're going to play the last word with you after I play the White Stripes. I'll explain what that is here on break as well. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Hanging out here with Tyler from The Landing, who is our half price Friday deal. And we're looking at their website right now and going over the menu that The Landing offers. It's off Oracle by McGee, right on the north side there. This is a great location if you're looking for quality eats and also cold drinks and a casual atmosphere where you can hang out, have fun, have a great atmosphere. The patio's nice. You're looking at the mountains right there. It's Oro Valley. Oro Valley is beautiful. And there's a cool thing that you do. It's a beer pairing with dinner. What do you call this again?
We just call it our monthly pairing dinner.
Okay. Yeah. So explain. Now you book this. So it's like a ticketed event. And the next one's going to be on March 1st, Wednesday. So this is a great idea for like a date night. If, for anyone out there that wants to, have a different type of experience or make it dinner an experience that is more entertaining and just have a good twist. This is March 1st on 6 p.m. So how much are the tickets? What does it come with? And how do you present this?
Tickets are $50.
Okay.
Yeah. Dinner starts at 6. You're going to get a 4-course meal paired with 4 local beers. This one on March 1st is with Button Brew House.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a really fun experience. You get to sit down, have a great meal. You'll hear from our chef before every course. You'll hear from the brewers before every course, and just explain why they're paired up, how the beer was made. Get to hear local businesses.
See, I love this. Yes. And not only is this supporting local businesses and 2 businesses collaborating together, but this is like an educational dining experience. If you are like an amateur foodie like myself, you want to know a little bit more about the whole process. There's an art and there's a craft to both, culinary arts and the brewing arts. We know this, right? So tell me a little bit about it. What flavors am I going to be going to experience and taste, and how well will these go together? So having the chef present the dinner, which is a 4-course meal.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the brewer presenting the beer. It's a fantastic concept. So yeah, that Button Brew House pairing dinner is on March 1st, 6 p.m. at the Landing. Tickets are $50. All that is included. So that's a hell of a deal as well. And I have a $50 gift certificate that I can give away. So maybe you just get your ticket for free. Here's what we want to do here. Tyler's our guest. I want to play a game with Tyler. I want Tyler to play against our listener. Now, if you can beat Tyler in the round of the last word, then you're going to get a $50 gift certificate to his establishment, the Landing on Oracle, north of McGee. We'll start with caller number 10, 600 KFMA, 600-5362. We'll find out who our contestant playing against Tyler is going to be and see if Tyler can't beat a few of you before he gives out that coveted $50 gift certificate to the Landing. That's coming up after the White Stripes. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 podcast broadcast. Clear. All right. Babuski. So we got that. So here's how we play the last word, Tyler. Super fun. Think Family Feud, right? I'm going to ask a question, and you're going to give an answer, and then the listener's going to give an answer back. You guys are going to go back and forth, giving acceptable answers to that one question within a 30-second round. Whoever gets the last acceptable answer in wins the round. Best of 3 wins the game. In this case, I will actually just say best of 1. First person who could beat you will get that $50 gift certificate. I would say try to beat a couple of them. It'll be fun. Yeah. It's a competition, right? So let's see who is going to try to score that gift certificate. Rock 102.1, who's this? Michelle. Okay, Michelle, you're going to be our first caller that's going to play against Tyler in the last word. You know how we play it?
I do.
Okay. Well, then good luck to you. That's coming up here in just about 2.5 minutes. And this will be Tyler's first time playing the game. So that should be an advantage to you, Michelle.
Okay, great.
Do you live in the Oro Valley area, Michelle?
No, I'm Midtown Tucson, but I've been wanting to try the Landing.
Hell yeah. There you go. Well, the Landing is building up their legendary stature. This is the second location. This one's been open for like 18 months, but yeah, they're onto something. They're expanding. They're locally owned, and they provide the party. So I just like, you should know this about me, Tyler, but anyone that's watching the stream or listening to the show knows this. Anything that's kind of creative or new or, that involves a certain level of experience on top of the offerings, I'm a fan of. I'm just like, yeah, absolutely. Brilliant idea. Let's do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially as you get older, you just like, like my girlfriend's parents just go to Chili's every Wednesday night. You're not getting anything at Chili's that.
Well, people fighting that drink too much at the bar.
Yeah, you don't even get not the one that they go to. They got to go to. They don't go to the ghetto Chili's.
Oh, yeah, shame.
They go to the nice one. I'm just kidding. There's no nice Chili's, but anyways, you know what I mean. All right, we got about 1:20 before we get on here. You feeling confident, Michelle?
I sure am.
Okay. Well,
oh boy.
Let's see. I have different categories.
Okay.
That we could choose from. Got pop culture, got sex, got beer, movies, music, sports, or romance. So, Tyler, you're our guest. You're the one giving out the gift certificate. Which category would you like to go with?
I'll let Michelle choose if she wants.
Oh, that's very courteous. That's customer service, Michelle. You're getting that right off the bat. You're not even a customer yet.
Wonderful. I love it. Let's go with beer.
All right, going with beer. You know what? That's a ballsy move, Michelle.
Very fitting.
Yeah, this guy GM's a bar. You think he knows beer?
Likes a challenge.
Yeah.
I work in a liquor store.
Oh,
there we go.
Here we go.
It's on.
Yeah. This is gonna be a battle. So let me get my sound effects ready for that. All right. We got 13 seconds. Gonna be live in the air. No cursing, Michelle. As you know.
You got it.
And good luck. All right, here we go.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yes, Rumble indeed. It's time for a round of the last word. In studio, very special guest, Tyler. He's the GM of The Landing on Oracle north of McGee. The Landing there provides a bunch of quality food plus just a quality location and environment where you can keep it casual, have a good time. Don't forget about their beer tasting dinners that they offer. And they also do a weekend live music and different types of entertainment. Visit them online at thelandingov.com. Michelle is on the phone. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
All right, so here's the deal. Michelle, you're going to be our first contestant, and hopefully you'll be our last if you beat Tyler. But it's one round, winner take all. If Tyler wins, we go to the next caller, 600 KFMA, 600-5362. All right, but if you win, Michelle, you'll win a $50 gift certificate to The Landing. You can get a lot of food, a lot of beer with $50.
Awesome.
All right.
Ooh.
So we're gonna play last word. Now Tyler let Michelle pick the category going into this, and Michelle picked beer. And I said to Michelle, I don't know if that's a great strategy because this guy GM's a bar, but Michelle told me what, Michelle?
I work in a liquor store,
That's
so
right. Yeah. So
I'm ready to take him on.
Yeah, this is a battle for sure. So, there's going to be bragging rights on top of the gift certificate. Okay. So, Michelle, since you are our guest or caller and you picked the category, we'll let you go first. 30 seconds on the clock will begin when I finish asking this question. Okay. And the category is beer. So, Michelle, name a popular beer brand and go.
Budweiser.
Budweiser? Coors.
Miller.
Blue Moon.
Corona.
Dos Equis.
Pagani.
Peroni.
Oh,
Foster's.
What'd you say?
Foster's.
Modelo.
Yep.
Voodoo Ranger.
Stella.
Oh, Michelle, we got you. The liquor store did not beat the GM of the bar. Oh, it was so close. You put up a good fight, Michelle, but unfortunately, you did not get the last word. Thank you so much for trying, though, okay?
All right. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. 600 KFMA, 600-5362. Tyler was like a stone cold serial killer in answering those questions.
That was stressful.
Yeah, and not only that though, it didn't look stressful to you, but I noticed that you were kind of staying in the realm. You're like pairing her beers. So she would give you a brand, you would give a similar brand. Yep. Be like, oh, you want Foster's? I'll go with this. So you said, what was the Italian beer that
Peroni.
you did? The Peroni. It was in response to what?
I didn't even hear what she said.
It seemed like everything was kind of on par. And I do applaud you for not just going the easy route, which is saying the light version of whatever that beer is. Like Bud Light, So 600 KFMA, 600-5362. If you can beat Tyler in the last word, you're going to get a $50 gift certificate to The Landing. And that's landingov.com to check out that full menu. And it's an American menu. We were talking about some of the favorite items they have. They have what looks like one of the best Cubano sandwiches that I've ever seen. And it's Tyler's favorite sandwich on the menu. A shout out to the chef again on the air. What's the chef's name? Jay. Putting together this fantastic menu. You got everything from birria tacos to burgers, So how would you describe this dining?
American Coastal.
American Coastal, nice. Yeah, because you got seafood as well. You got excellent shrimp and shrimp tacos.
We got wings, burgers, ahi, all over the place.
Oh, I love it. All right. Well, if you want to win that $50 gift certificate, you better call right now. 600 KFMA, 600-5362. We got to play some advertisement, but we'll be back here on the flip side. Or keeping the conversation going. Rock 102.1 KFMA. I said a bunch of blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada.
What's up, streamers? Let's see who our next caller is here. Rock 102.1, who's this?
This is Daniel.
Daniel. All right, Daniel. You're going to play against Tyler in the last word. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. Tyler, you pick the category.
What are my choices?
We can go, we'll say pop culture, movies, or music.
Let's go pop culture.
All right, going pop culture. All right, Daniel, 30 seconds on the clock will begin with you when I finish asking this question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Name a job people dream of having Go.
Porn star.
Porn star. Okay.
Professional athlete.
Yeah. All right. Daniel.
Rock star.
Okay.
Astronaut.
Yep.
Cowboy.
Okay.
Social media influencer.
Yep.
CEO.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you paused. You
Nice.
hesitated. Daniel, congratulations. You got that $50 gift certificate to the landing.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Stand in line. Going to get all your info. Tyler, thank you for coming in, dude. I look forward to checking out this spot. It sounds like a really good time, and keep up the good work. And hopefully we'll see you again.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And for the rest of you, that is our half price Friday deal, meaning you can go to kfma.com this Friday, and for $25, you'll get a $50 gift certificate to the landing. Visit them online today. Check out that entire menu and all the pictures that they have provided at thelandingvo.com. Nice. All right. I know you got to go next door. And for the rest of you on the stream, we're going to be back on the flip side earlier this morning. Of course, Rico and I have been hanging out. We played a little round of F My Life. And in case you missed it, I don't have that uploaded. So here is AI Rap. Yeah, you're going to miss it again. Here we go. Like I said, we need AI to explain us the news, and we need to do that in rap bars. So earlier this week, Don Lemon got into trouble with CNN. He's currently on suspension as he's getting rehab and training for being insensitive, making some comments saying that women are past their prime at the age of 40. And of course, a lot of women took offense to this, rightfully so. And so I asked ChatGPT to explain this to me in rap bars. And that's what this is. It's getting stupid with AI. Let's wrap the news. All right, I'll show you how it's done, Rico. Either way, you're going to learn. You're going to learn because you ready for this? Because it's all about Don Lemon. Because it's time to make a change. CNN, it's up to you. These ladies won't be silent. They're fighting for what's true. No more sexist talk. It's time to put it to bed. Let's go. Listen up, about story women on a mission who got fed up with Don Lemon's sexism. Don made some comments about Nikki and the looks. These ladies aren't taking it, they're fighting back with hooks. If Don doesn't go, these hoes will. Can't disrespect, so real. CNN, it's time to take a stand and don't listen to this man. These ladies ain't playing, and they're not gonna be silenced. Gonna support all around the voices. Let me cross the line, can't get away. Gonna put the hands, do it today. If Don doesn't go, these hoes will. Can't let the disrespect be so real. CNN, it's time to take a stand and not listen to this man. Listen up, this is a story about the women on a mission who got fed up with Don Lemon's sexism. Don made some comments about Nikki and the looks. Lemon's on taking it, fighting back the hook. Don doesn't go, these hoes will. Can't let the disrespect be so real. CNN, it's time to take a stand. You cannot listen to this man. No more harassment, no more being objectified. These ladies ain't tolerant, time to unite. They'll be silent, won't be denied. CNN, you got to do what's right. If Don Lemon won't go, these hoes will. Can't let the disrespect be so real. CNN, it's time to take a stand. Cannot listen to this man. And that's just a part of the headlines that the ChatGPT put together for me. I'm getting stupid with AI and on the fly. I'm doing a little freestyle out of my mind. Are you feeling it, Rico? Give me a sign. A little smile or even a sigh.
Here's your sign. S-P-O-P. Get me. Don't have to see.
A little bit. All right, well, I thought it was a little better than that, but there you go. It's been stupid with AI. Let's hit the reason. I've got things for Guns N' Roses coming up next. We take a present. Don't go away. Going pop culture. All right.
Cowboy.
Okay.
Social media influencer.
All right, we're back here live. I know that. I'm just playing this back real quick. So
CEO.
Okay. Oh, you paused. You
Nice.
hesitated. Daniel, congratulations. You got that $50 gift certificate to the landing.
Down.
Yeah, all right. Stand in line. Gonna get all your info. Tyler, thank you for coming in, dude. I look forward to checking out 1KF, man. I got a weird thing that's happening. You know, I'm a girl dad, a father of Veal Vegan, and she's a high school student. And I'm trying to teach my daughter all the lessons in life to make sure that she's a strong, independent woman. And she also puts herself in safe situations and is able to recognize sketchy situations, try to avoid those, right?
Good dad things.
Yeah, and that's my attempt. But I got a weird thing that's happening, and I don't understand what somebody's thinking. Okay, so here's the deal. There's this guy that's skating at the high school skate park every single day during school hours and then after school. And he's like my age, right? He's in 30s or close to 40s, right? This guy looks like, I'm like, okay, this is a guy who definitely could have easily done some time. He looks like, he's rough around the edges. I'm not trying to judge this dude.
You just got that vibe.
Look, he's hanging out with high school kids. He doesn't know these kids. He's hanging out in the area where like these high school kids immediately get out of school and then go to the skate park and they're skating with this guy. And I'm like, well, you got to understand that's a bad look at the very least, right? If you don't want to think if you don't want people to think that you might be a predator, you don't put yourself in situations that predators would put themselves in, right?
Well, yeah.
So I'm like a little sketched out by this. I'm looking at a guy who looks like a guy that I went to school with when I was younger, skating around my daughter and her friends. And I'm like, okay. And it's weird. And
it's
so
on your radar immediately.
It is on my radar, right? Something's really strange about that. So then, anyways, I pick her up from school last week, and it's just her and her two girlfriends and this guy.
What?
Yes. So there's none of the boys that are usually skating this area. Now it's just the girls and this guy.
That guy?
Yeah, and he's like chatting them up, and he's at the skate park with the dog.
It's like that Steve Buscemi meme. Hello, fellow kids.
Yes, right?
What?
And so I pick up the girls, and I'm driving them. I'm like, girls, I just want to give you a heads up. I want you to be aware and keep yourselves in safe positions. Like I understand this guy might be a nice guy, but at the same time, he's a full-blown adult hanging out with minors, and that's just not a good thing. And you should not try to hang out with this guy at all. Make sure you're always around in public places and don't do anything. Don't put yourself in any scenario to be victimized. And they're immediately like snickering, like, Carl,
Whatever, old man.
whatever his name is. Oh yeah, right. He's fine, Dad. You're overreacting.
Oh, no.
And my daughter literally goes, it's not like he brings his dog just to lure us in. And I'm like, bitch, that's exactly what they do. That's what they do. That's honeypotting. That's like, that's exactly what they do.
She's not watching enough Netflix, dude.
No,
Like
I'm failing
documentaries,
as a dad. I'm like, that set me off. I'm like, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they bring him, an adorable dog or some candy. And, like, hey, you like dogs and candy? I got dogs and candy. That's a setup.
Like, well, I do, but I know you're really innocent about it.
Right.
Like, I know you're not going to do anything crazy.
Yeah. So that was a smack my head moment. My head almost exploded.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be more disappointed and angry at my daughter in that statement because I'm just like, no, I didn't teach you anything, obviously. Yeah. Yes. No, that's exactly what they do. So, I mean, look, again, I'm not accusing anybody, but as a grown man, you need to realize it's a bad look.
Yeah, dude.
It is a bad look to hang out with minors when you're not doing it. And when I was in high school, look, I'm a party boy. I'm a degenerate. I'm an F up. I hung out with lots of adults when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
All of them bad.
Yeah.
Not a single one doesn't know what crack tastes like. You know what I'm saying? Like they partied hard. A lot of them died early. Some of them went to prison. None of them are upstanding like characters or CEOs of companies.
Upstanding role model types.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, if you're that dude skidding around minors at a high school every single day.
But to have the nerve to come hang out in the car with them, you're saying he was in.
No, he wasn't in the car. I didn't let him in the car.
Okay,
I'm not trying
to
buddy up with this guy. He's hanging out with these kids every single day, skating with his dog at the skate park on high school grounds. And I'm just like, that is just a bad look.
No, what you need to do is have that happen. Have him come in the car, have the girls exit, lock the door, and do the dad thing. Drive around the corner, go cruising,
Yeah, just commit a couple felonies on this guy. Yeah.
scare him straight.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, let's see. That's the position I'm in. So if you read the Beef Vegans in jail tomorrow, then you know what happened. And joining me is from his man cave, we got Mr. Todd Marley. Good morning, Todd.
Good morning, Mr. Vegan.
No, I did see. And
Oh, wait, I'm
invited
sorry. Is
Powers
that your
to-
dad's name, Mr. Vegan? Should I just call you Vegan?
Yeah, don't
That's
come
my
on.
bad.
But he is calling everybody in town son.
I am.
So-
It's a thing. It's because I'm Uncle Beef. I'm Uncle Beef. But
Thank you, son.
yeah, thanks, son. Thank you for listening, son. All right, Todd asked, you need the difference between my seconds category. Excellent question. Okay, and I'm going to give you some examples versus between the two. That again, I had a bunch of these generated, obviously, because I was playing with AI. So I'm like, oh, this will be fun. Help me come up with the last word categories, and then I got like 200 of them. Like fucking A, yes. That's why I threw them into categories. I got so many of these. I'm like, great, and it's only the tip of the iceberg. We're gonna get more creative with this, and it's gonna be a tremendous tool and asset. It helps me kind of keep things organized. You should see how many Google Docs I have now because of this feature. It definitely helped me come up with stupid trivia questions, just like
A gold mine.
mundane things I need on the fly. That if I had like a budget and people like to do things, I'd say, hey, dude, come up with this list for me real quick, and it would take them a few minutes to actually do that. And now I have a personal assistant, Chat GPT, which also comes up with bomb ass rap lyrics. And to answer Kyle's question, no, we find the beats on YouTube, and we make sure they're not patented beats. Those are usually like the free instrumentals that are
Royalty
copyright
free
free.
is the phrase.
Yeah, royalty free. Yeah. So
There's a lot of goodies out there.
there are. It's very fun. A lot of hungry producers out there try to give them their shine and try to make a hit new song out of shit that we improv. Rico was feeling it, even though there was comments on the stream saying he wasn't. It's
No,
because
they're right. It's observable. You're just like,
you weren't feeling it at all.
this morning? No, I mean, just like I said, that first hour, I'm not even hung over, dude. Today, I think because I haven't had my Dutch.
Yeah.
That
So
might be it.
do you think in the 9 o'clock hour you have it in you again?
To try again,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the lyrics.
Okay. You need new lyrics because I have a shit ton. I got like
I got the
I
lyrics.
got like 5 pages of Google Docs of just random lyrics. So
As long as Todd's in the background bopping as he's smoking,
he'll just scowl at you.
that adds to the aesthetic.
All right.
I'm
So
still, I'm still. You brought me in here. Said I had a question. I did, and then you proceeded to talk for 5 minutes and not answer it.
here's your question.
Typical beef.
Answered. The difference between sex and romance in the last word categories. So here is what they say in sex. Name something people do to spice up their sex life. Name a place people might go to meet someone for a sexual encounter. Name something people do to make themselves feel sexy. Name a body part that's often considered sexy. Name a sexual position. Name a place where people might have sex. So that's some of the things. So romance. Name a romantic gesture that you would like your partner to make for you. Name something a couple does to show that they are in love. Name a romantic activity couples can do on Valentine's Day. Name something a person does to show they're in love. So there is a difference.
All right. Yeah. All right. I'm sold.
Yeah, thank you. All right, see?
Fair enough.
It's a good day when I convince Todd to something, yeah, and I sell him on something. Like, all right, it's good. Todd's trying to figure out what day we're going to go to the Renaissance Fair. A couple people are asking that question.
Oh, that's
Weirdo
right.
as well. Yeah, we got to do that here soon. I know.
I've
It's gonna be a
already
good
I've already
time.
got another day that I'm going. I'm not gonna shout it out, but the lady saw that they had the
Todd
big-
doesn't want to tell people when he's going to Renaissance Fair because he doesn't want people bothering him in public. All the masses saying, "Hey, are you going to Renaissance Fair that day?" It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're live on the air. Just a friendly reminder to my friends here, and we're chilling on the cast as well. YouTube.com/beefvegan. As we just went through different categories of the last word, because I have a ton of them. So, and now I have so many. That I put together that I actually put them in categories. And Todd asked me if there was any difference whatsoever in the sex category and the romance category. But I convinced him that there
is.
actually is. It's a completely
There
different
actually
thing.
is a
Yeah.
difference.
In fact, and I'm almost tempted to play again. Somebody's calling right now. Let's see who's calling. Rock 102.1. Who's this? Yo. It's probably one of those telemarketers. Yeah, what the hell is this? All right.
Your car's extended warranty.
I know. All right. Yeah, live radio at its finest. Let's do our TMI top 5. You want today's top 5 headlines?
I love headlines.
Yeah, so I like to give you too much information, too little time, and that's what this is, our TMI top 5. And I want some good music to play in the background for that. So here you go. Okay. Today is National Toast Day. Did you know this?
No.
And National Chili Day. So if you're looking for a gluten-free option, you can go for the chili over the toast. But if you're eating bread, you better toast that ass because it's National Toast Day. A new study found that people experience longer REM sleep in the winter compared to warmer months because it's darker longer. I don't know why they wasted time on that study.
Duh.
Yeah. My girlfriend and I had a longer REM sleep last night because we had edibles. Maybe they should study that because it's almost impossible to wake up this morning.
I just listen to REM while I'm sleeping.
Oh, yeah. About half of us would spend more time at the airport if there were quote unquote sleep pods.
Hell yes.
Yeah, you would.
Hell yes.
How long would you stay at an airport if there were sleep pods?
2 weeks.
Okay. You'd basically like Tom Hanks in the terminal.
Basically.
Yeah, moving in.
Why not?
Yeah, others would pay up for a fast track through security, and they're also asking for gaming zones, and that's something I think Todd would be into in an airport.
No. Germophobia over things like that. I have my own devices. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. There's a new LOL verifier, which is a gadget that stops you from typing LOL if you don't actually laugh out loud.
Finally.
Yeah, this would be fantastic because I get so many LOLs in my stupid cheesy texts. Now I'll know for a fact whether or not they did laugh out loud or not. The way that the gadget works, simple. If it doesn't hear you laugh, it's not going to allow you to type LOL.
Wow.
It'll allow you to put like slight giggle, maybe.
Right. What about the smack my head verifier, right? Do you have to actually smack your head?
What about, touching yourself verifier?
Oh, what's the emoji for that?
The eggplant?
Oh, you
And the Italian finger hand? I don't know.
The Italian finger hand. It's pretty close grip there. It's not really representative.
Tight.
All right. And finally, your TMI top 5, a question for career-oriented single people. Is it appropriate for someone to ask you out on LinkedIn? A lot of people said no, surprisingly. Have you ever asked somebody out on LinkedIn?
It's pretty clever, actually.
You can see it in Rico's face immediately. He's like, son of a bitch. Not only can I check references, then I can ask her out at the same time.
You're hired to come to my bed.
All right, we're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. Yeah, immediately I saw your face. Like,
LinkedIn.
Yeah, they got profile
Networking.
pictures there. So let's see. Let me show you. I got some videos to show you here. Imagine this. Now, we do F My Life every day.
Of course.
And this is an F My Life situation played out in real life. This happened in Australia. And there was a valet guy who fucked up royally. And he wasn't just any valet guy. He was a valet at like a mansion where the people who showed up there were uber rich. And he crashed a Lamborghini worth, let me double check the number here,
Oh, no.
$500,000. He crashed a $500,000 Lamborghini. Okay, now that's bad, but it's actually worse. How can it get worse? Well, if you look in this video right here,
Oh, no.
he crashed that $500,000 Lamborghini into another $500,000 Lamborghini. Yeah,
Yikes.
ragging
It
up.
had to be.
What are you doing in the car?
I was trying to park it just like everybody else. Sorry.
No, you ripped it up and fucked its thumb, bro.
Aventador.
No, he moved it forward. He moved it right in its rear. Fucking pick that up, yeah.
Uh-oh.
No way.
So this guy wasn't even supposed to be driving. That's why he's like, what are you doing in this car? So I'm guessing he's out of the job. So yeah, it was.
He was doing it for the TikTok and see what happens, kids.
Right.
Together. When I was pressing the brake, I just pressed the thingy and then just.
Although he's
The
trying to
thingy.
excuse himself. It's easy to mix up,
Oh, no, honey.
That's a nice looking Lamborghini too.
Uncle. Big
Oh.
trouble. Big
Uh-oh.
trouble, uncle.
Big trouble.
You can't video us, sir. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yes,
can.
yes. Look at that. Look up there. Look up there.
Fuck, bro. Look at this bloke.
That
Yeah.
noise. Oof.
Yeah, the sound of
That
that
reminds
purr.
me when I was working at a dealership up in Scottsdale years back. There was a lot of attendants, and they would get in trouble a lot of times because they get those golf carts, and it was one of the big campuses, like the Penske campus.
Yeah.
All the dealerships. So these guys would get in the golf carts and zoom around like super fast. And one time I think they had to implement a new rule of like not going that fast because one of them one time zipped around a corner and there was a Lamborghini with that side sliding door up or to the side, and the guy crashed right into that door. And I think they said they looked at it for 5 seconds, like maybe it's okay, and the thing just fell off the hinges. They're like,
Yeah.
ah.
Like,
And it's not easy
oh.
fix. It's like a thing where, especially with those high-end cars, you can't just have a repair guy or a mechanic come by and fix it. It's like you have to ship it back to Italy.
Right.
So it's like a whole thing. It's
Oh,
a whole
no.
thing. I was like, oh, that's a bad day for that guy.
Yes, to say the very least.
I feel for that valet dude.
You should. Well, yeah,
Idiot.
because he's going to lose his job. It's the worst case scenario. Is that
Or claim he's a victim of something and then get a book deal. Who knows? Today, you
Right.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Powers, if you're still on the stream, I sent you an invite. Okay, and then Jeff said that's a SVJ.
Aventador.
Yeah, nice car. Yeah, they look nice. They
Better
look
than
like
a Huracan.
Matchbox cars. I just look at the color. I'm like, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, that purple thing. And I don't know if I like the purple.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Earlier this morning, we asked our question of the day on the Facebook page. If you met your 14-year-old self, but it could only tell them 3 words, what do you say and why? Do you have an answer for this here, Todd?
Not off the top of my head. No, give me a second.
Think about it. Well,
I know.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you some examples of people failing. And our buddy Nick, OG streamer Nick, failed hardcore on this question. And I'll explain why. Let me just read his answer. I think you'll figure it out as I'm pulling it up right now. Nick wrote, hug your grandparents more. We only get a limited amount of time with them. You see what the problem is with this, Nick? A key point in this question was 3 words. Yeah. You only get 3, so I would assume
he crunched the words all together to be one word.
Yeah, you could say
I'll
hug your
give him Joe.
grandparents. Hug your grandparents would work, right? But yeah, so 3 words. Jason wrote, "Let's smoke, bro." So he gets stoned with his 14-year-old self. Marquis said, "Work for yourself." All right. Jason Groves wrote, "Protect your back." No, that's not good. Sounds like somebody who's
Protect your neck.
Been spit on. Invest in Amazon. Got a bunch that said invest in Apple. Rico said invest in Bitcoin.
Yeah, boy.
Out of those 3, which one do you think is the better investment, Todd?
Probably Amazon.
There you go. The correct answer is anything but Bitcoin.
No.
I mean, there's
out of those 3,
you like the initial investment, you'd still be a millionaire. It didn't go to 0, bro.
You'd be a billionaire if you invested in Apple or Amazon.
Sure.
Cherish every moment. Look, still you. Let's see. Save your money. Anthony wrote. Let's see. Get on Zoloft. Alana wrote. I was actually prescribed Zoloft around that time. 14, 15 years old.
Yikes.
Yeah. I got off of it almost immediately. I realized when I was on Zoloft, because I was a creative writer, I'd write when I was depressed. I showcased Rico off air, some music I made with my band back in the day, but
his 8 Mile phase.
Yeah. But I noticed that I felt numb on Zoloft. I didn't feel anything. And that was the problem. Right. And so I realized at an early age, it was better to feel pain than not feel anything at all. And I'm like, I'd rather be depressed and also creative than just feel like a zombie, because that terrified me. Because then I didn't care. I didn't care one way or other. I didn't care if I lived or died, So Zoloft wasn't for me.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, I'm just happy you went the depressed rapper guy versus depressed like emo scene kid.
I know.
Although to see you with that makeup and the hair back, that would have been hilarious.
Well, if I grew up on the east side as opposed to the west side, I'm sure I would have. Yeah. But I was west side. I was from streets, mean streets. South Park Puente. It was a gang that I associated with back in when I was 13. Yep.
The
Very,
Grove-
very hardcore, legit gang.
Grove
And-
Street.
Yeah. And then I
Mhm.
lived in a very suburban neighborhood, but definitely we called it Arrowhead. It was the ghetto of Arrowhead, but Arrowhead Ranch. Still very nice houses. But we were like the poor white trash in the nice neighborhood. In fact, actually, we are families like mine, or are families that start neighborhoods that like basically bring in, and I don't want to say this. I gotta say this in a way that's delicate and respectful.
Ooh, I got not delicate and respectful. Like they come to you and then they knock on the door and they go, "Oh wait, oh crap, how do we gentrify you?"
Right? Yes, we do reverse gentrification our neighborhood. So like when my family came in to the neighborhood, we did our thing, and then we left to foreclose on the house, and then a very nice, I'm sure, black family moved in, which is great, but not to racist neighbors, right? And then they're good, whatever.
There
So,
goes the neighborhood.
in some people's minds, but yeah, there was no good way to say that. Anyways,
I got you.
yeah, thanks. Don't be emo,
During
Aaron
this
wrote.
month.
Buy hella Bitcoin. Manny said enlist for
Hella
20.
Bitcoin.
So that's his hindsight. Enlist for 20 years, get better careers, better retirement, things like that. Don't swing stupidly. No more alcohol. Michael John wrote. So at 14, you're telling yourself to lay off the sauce.
Lay off the Lucky Strikes and booze, kid.
Yeah. Ray said leave with him. All right. Kirsten said save your money. And Alex said don't have kids.
Wear a rubber.
Yep. That's how they get you every single time.
Yeah.
Do not drink. Yeah. Viagra's a good investment too, but unfortunately, Viagra came out early 90s. So,
It depends on
That was a
when you were
90s thing?
14.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I do recall when Viagra came out because it's a big deal.
Huge deal.
Huge deal for my dad.
Ah.
All right. We got 13 seconds before we get on the air. Sorry.
Why are you so sweaty, Dad? All the time.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Hang out with Todd Marley and Rico here on the podcast broadcasts. Of course, it is that time of year, and the time flies, but the Oscars is right around the corner.
Oh,
Right?
it is,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, and you remember what happened last Oscars?
Wait a minute. Has it been a year?
It's been a year since
Dude.
Will Smith smacked Chris Rock live on the Oscars.
The slap
And
around the
now-
world.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked about it. We put a podcast up about it and everything else. Everyone was talking about it.
It was all the
and-
rage.
Yeah, it was all the rage. And now Will Smith's even joking about it. And a lot of people are like, too soon, bro. Too soon.
He's trying to get invited back.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Right. Well, he's technically banned from the Oscars, or at least suspended for a time being. Now, he did win an Oscar immediately after committing misdemeanor / felony assault on live television. This year, the Academy is prepared. They say they're prepared for any possible slapping at this year's Oscars. They created a crisis team. Yes.
Crisis team.
Legitimately, the Academy Awards have created a crisis team for this year's Oscar because of last year's slap. An executive said, and I quote, "Let's hope something doesn't happen and we never have to use these, but we already have frameworks in place just in case something happens."
What does that mean?
I have no
Nothing.
idea.
What does that mean? Is it like tranquilizer darts that come out from the corner?
Pretty much, right? Yeah. They're hiring Steve from the Jerry Springer show to be able to come out and separate people. They did one of the things that they say they did on purpose was to hire Jimmy Kimmel back as host of the Oscars, because last year, in the past few years, ever since the Kevin Hart debacle, where Kevin Hart was announced to be the host of the Academy Awards, but then got canceled before he could host the awards, they went hostless to avoid any kind of controversy, right? Well,
Lame.
that didn't work out when one of your main awardees is committing assault on live television. Then they didn't have anyone to turn to help cover up the muck, right? And that's when they were missing Jimmy Kimmel. Now, Jimmy Kimmel has actually covered up for the Oscars mistakes in the past. If you recall, they accidentally awarded an Oscar to a movie that didn't win Best Picture. And then he had to, live on television, explain the snafu and then award the winner to the rightful winner. So based off this, they say Jimmy Kimmel is just an expert, like cleaning up our messes. So we need to have him back just in case anything bad happens. And what a great way to go into a job saying, hey, you're hired just in case we
Just
F
in
up
case.
royally.
Right.
Mhm,
So-
They have a
mhm.
break just in case of emergency glass for Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes.
Do not talk about alopecia.
Exactly. So I'm excited for this year's Oscars just for that. So we'll see what happens. Let's hit the reset. Be back with your beef tip after these words. But we're keeping the conversation moving. YouTube.com/beefvegan. All right. Yeah. So stoked about that.
And bonus, nobody really cares if Jimmy Kimmel gets slapped.
That's true.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right at that. Real quick viral video. Here's taking on 12-foot hammerhead shark.
What?
Yeah. Yes. So the beginning of this video is going to start as such, but you'll see, and they're freaking out. I'll play the audio here in just a second once I get the beginning of this. But that's a dog and a
What
shark.
the hell?
Yeah, and the dog's like, "Fuck you, shark."
It's like a honey badger.
Uh-huh. But this happened in front of a bunch of tourists, so they all thought this dog was about to get ate by a shark right in front of them. So they did not react well, but they reacted appropriately. Nobody wants to see a
Yeah.
dog getting eaten by a shark.
Good lord.
Yeah, so watch here. Here it is.
Oh,
Whoa, how big is that?
That's for 12 feet.
12 feet?
Big enough, baby.
Get in the water, you idiot!
Calm down.
He's biting the fucking shark.
Can't see anything, but yeah. Do something.
Yeah, fuck you, huh? You do something.
Like,
What do I do? What do I do?
Right.
Start slapping the water. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't do anything. I'm too busy filming this dog get ate by a
Right?
shark.
Holy shit, that's a huge shark!
I love all the understatements.
Yeah.
Overstatements.
Yeah.
That's a shark.
Yeah. Now, as
That's a dog.
the good news is the dog did survive. 30 tourists were on a boat in the Bahamas last week when this happened. The dog was on the nearby dock, as you saw, and everyone started screaming. But somehow the dog won the fight and chased the shark away. Yeah.
I call it PR stunt.
Hey, no, it's not a PR stunt. In fact, it's just another example that it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog in the sea. Right. So,
All right, that was good enough.
yeah,
That was
thanks.
inspiring.
Yeah, thank you.
slightly.
Yeah, I try to inspire. Can I
There was
inspire?
one I saw yesterday about a lady that had a dog that got eaten by one of those Florida alligators.
Oh no,
You saw that?
I can't show
Yeah.
that video.
No,
So
we're not gonna see it, but I mean,
no.
it's
So,
So, sad.
it was an 82-year-old woman. This was in Florida. She's walking along this like lake in Florida, and she's walking this dog, and it's really her dog's fault that this happened. But essentially, out of nowhere, when they're walking along the shoreline, and she has this little like Yorkie or something,
Mhm.
something that looks delicious to an
fur-fur dog,
alligator.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Out of nowhere, a 10-foot alligator fucking pops out of the water. Now it's going after the dog. The dog smartly runs away and gets out of harm's way from the alligator. The problem was the 82-year-old woman was in the way, and the alligator settled for her instead. And she ended up getting mauled to death by this alligator on video, which I will not show on the stream. I can't.
Whoa, no, I didn't hear about that one. I
No.
saw a lady's dog got eaten. She was sad, but the lady got eaten.
The 82-year-old woman got eaten,
Oh,
and this is just yesterday. In fact, I think I could pull up the headline, so you won't see the actual video of her getting
I
mauled to
didn't
death.
see that one.
You'll see the body bag though. You'll see the results.
Mm.
And then I'm gonna have to start following up on this Alex
But
Murdoch
that's what the
trial.
thing. It's
but
like if you're in Florida, you're walking next to a. It's like, come on, people.
you
Don't
should know
walk
better.
next to
You
water.
should know better.
Yeah.
Don't walk next to ever.
Not with a snap. You're
I
literally
know.
like kind of dangling this out there.
What are the chances?
And look, you can easily take a couple leaps back. Us, everyone that's watching the stream, I'm assuming we're able-bodied enough, quick enough, where alligator jumps out at us, we're gonna jump out of the harm's way. But she's 82 years old, so her
Right.
reflexes and everything, she just had no shot. But again, you could tell in the video when they show it, it's 100%. They were going after the dog, and the alligator just was like, "Now you're in my space. I'm gonna have to eat you." Yeah, it was fucked. And
Well, it's
here
a
it
bonus
is.
meal. It's like, as far
She's
as the alligator is
85.
concerned, they put like, an extra set of fries in his bag.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So here's the headline. This is crazy. You're gonna and you'll see just kind of like a GIF about it. It's
Gif.
on the Daily Mail. See it? See that alligator go after the dog, and then the freeze frame. There's the woman, right? So here it goes again.
Oh,
Gonna get you.
And that's not even out of
Crazy,
nowhere.
right?
If you watch it,
Terrifying.
it's swimming up.
I know.
Well, paying attention. I mean,
Insurance claim on a dog. What's going on?
right? Well, no,
Mm.
she loves the dog. It's like her grandbaby, right? And the dog's watching, like, what is that? What is that? Oh shit! No, no! And then out of the way, and boom. Now, there's also horrifying 911 audio, which I'm not going to play, but it revealed her neighbors tried to help her, but
By filming it.
by filming it, I know, like how.
We just wanted just in case it tries to sue you in court, and we wanted to make sure.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Ugh. No.
Yeah.
I thought Florida was cool for a second. Now I'm like, no, never.
No, I know. There's so
Never.
many things that can kill you in Florida. That's only the beginning. I mean, you could literally die from a frozen iguana falling on top of your head, and there's been stories of this happening as well because
It'd be so embarrassing.
it's just like getting hit in the head with a coconut.
Yeah.
And that's what happens with these iguanas when there's extreme cold going through the region, because obviously they're used to warmer climates, and they'll just straight up freeze. And then they drop from the
And
sky.
they got those spikes on top.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So not only that, of course, now they got the Burmese pythons that are running loose in the Everglades. So anaconda style shit. And that's just from people having pets and those growing out of control because it's the perfect environment for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the gators. And then on top of that, you got meth, bath salts, and people and cocaine drug lords. And it's amazing anybody survives Florida, you know?
It's America's Australia.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I would move there. I would.
No
you know,
state income tax.
right.
Woo!
Mhm.
Meth alligators and frozen iguanas, though.
Yeah, speaking of taxes, you see your boy Elon, who he set up Tesla in Texas, in Austin, Texas, in around 2019 because of COVID and tax purposes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now with the COVID being over, he's actually moving Tesla headquarters back to California, Silicon Valley. Yeah. So that's the major news in the tech world. So he was just basically visiting. And there's a couple reasons why he's doing this, but the main reason why he's going back to California is because he bought Twitter, and he's putting the Tesla headquarters close to the Twitter headquarters because that way it just
Shorter commute.
Yeah, short commute. But I'm like, you could have moved Twitter to Texas, but with their self-sustaining power grid that they have, and I'm sure that would not be sustainable. I guess it's not that big a business
Yeah.
being your own country. So
It's gonna be wild too in the next couple of years. How many other EV competitors there's gonna be? I'm sure Toyota and all them are ramping up their.
there's
Heck.
tons.
It's gonna be quite.
Mhm.
Yeah. And people are still getting in trouble for letting their Teslas drive while they take naps behind the wheel. There was a woman who
Oh,
went viral. You saw that?
But she was talk about it because she was literally being just as bad by filming all of it.
I know. It
Come
is.
on, Karen.
It's
Doing
like-
it and showing off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I know I would do. I love sleeping in cars, so I would just set my Tesla to drive around the block a bunch of times, rock myself to sleep like I did with my daughter when she was a baby. All right, let's get on the air here.
Alexa, baby mode.
Oh, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. But tomorrow, man, we got a huge show lined up for you. We're going to have Held Out in studio in the 9 o'clock hour, Herb Stratford in the 8 o'clock hour. We're going to do a 2-hour podcast broadcast.
Woo.
Power is going to be hanging out with me as well. And we'll give away tickets for Pop Evil, Guns N' Roses, and the Tucson Foodie Craft Beer Crawl, which we are going to be hosting a live podcast at on Saturday from 12 to 5
I'm
at
excited.
Borderlands. Yeah, I'm excited too. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to join us and join in on the fun, then go to TucsonFoodie.com and get the very last of the Tucson Foodie Craft Beer Crawl tickets. I think VIP sold out, but there should be a few general admission left. I'll be giving away, like I said, tickets for that as well. But before we pass it over to Robin Nash, I do have a beef tip that I want to share with you, and this is actually a really good one. It's a simple hack for applying eye drops. This is how you do this, right? Because it's really hard to line up your eyes. So next time, close your eyes and then just put the eye drops in the corner of your eyes right there, right? And make a little pool, and then open your eyes and move your head to the left or right, and then the eye drops will go right in to your eyes. So that way you don't have to line it up or pry your eye open. Keep your eyes closed, pull it up in the corner of your eye, open your eye, let the eye drops go in there. Boom.
Wait, you don't squeeze the whole bottle in?
You do. I don't. Yeah.
Good to know.
Thank you for listening. Drive safe, ride safe, rock local. Later.
Soon will come an end to all your
All right,
grief.
guys.
But if
Thank you for watching.
you've been mean or kind of bad,
What?
I will knock out all your teeth.
Joke's on him.